we sure we're ready?
I don't know, man. We're never ready.
I'm not ready anymore.
I'm never ready either.
No.
All right, let's take 5. Hello, and welcome. Hello, and welcome to the Irresponsible Comic Book Podcast. Welcome to the second episode of season 1. It's a couple days after.
Kind of 1, 2 ish.
It's episode 2, right? Of season,
episode 2 of
season 1 or 2 or whatever you want to call it.
1.5269.
Pi Day was a couple days ago. All right, chillax on the numbers, on the decimals. I'm gonna take this thing off. Anyways, if you're seeing this, it's a couple days after St. Patrick's Day. We're recording this the day before, so I wore that for no reason at all particularly. But anyways, we're here to talk about a couple of things that are going on in the MCU this week, and some things that aren't going on for whatever weird reason, and to speculate on when we're going to see some of it. And then we are going to go back and eat our words and talk about a lot of the takes that we've missed. I've missed a lot of things.
I have also missed some things.
So we're going to talk a little bit about those, and
we all have, so we're going to eat our words.
Yeah, even last week we kind of fricked it up, so it's pretty ironic timing. So, but
it's our show.
You're right. It is our show. We can do and say whatever we want. But without further ado, we are going to talk about the new kids on the block.
Oh.
And by that we mean the Miss Marvel trailer just came out. Kamala Khan is Miss Marvel, and it seems like we are trending towards a Young Avengers.
Oh.
And so we're going to talk a little bit about who we've seen. We're going to try and figure out how they all end up coming together, because there's a lot of pieces that don't intersect at all right now. So like Kamala Khan's living out in Jersey doing her own thing. Kate Bishop's with Hawkeye. Isaiah Bradley is just chilling with his grandpa. Maybe
in Baltimore.
Yeah. So like they're just kind of all over the place. We don't know really what's going on with Cassie Lang, but we should find out in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. There's gonna probably be like some time jump where maybe she's older. We don't know who's gonna lead these people. I mean,
there'll be another time jump with her.
I guess she's old enough now to be. She's usually like one of the more forefront members, like more in charge, I feel like. So I feel like she's like supposed to be older. I don't know if I guess she might be. And the rest of them? She
is older than some of them.
I
think she's about as old as Isaiah Bradley, or as
Kate. Kate's the oldest because she's in college.
Well,
college
Kate's
age.
the oldest technically. I think she will be probably like 18-ish.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess she's probably right around that age. Because she was like, what, 10 or something in Ant-Man? And then they had the
she ended up being like 16, I believe.
Yeah.
After the time jump.
Yeah, and then it's been a year or two. That's conceivable.
It's been how many years since? 2 years, right?
Yeah.
No, not 2 years. 6 months since Thanos.
Yeah, but
so I think it's been more like a year now since Thanos.
Yeah, it depends also where they place Ant-Man and the Wasp, like on the timeline, because we don't know the details of that movie yet. So, but 18's a pretty realistic number to shoot for. If you guys had to guess who is leading the Young Avengers, who do you think is going to be?
It's going to be somebody that they've already brought in. So like, that's already like set as an Avenger, or not as Avenger, but like, you know.
Yeah. It seems like the obvious choice might be Kate, right?
I think it would be Kate, just because she's been working with Hawkeye, like.
Yeah, like directly working with an Avenger so far.
Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
She's also a good bet, because she is the leader of a team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They also
could be interesting.
They also
not the Young Avengers, but she is the leader of the Champions.
Yeah, and they also just had her in the Avengers game as one of the playable characters, like the Avengers video game, like one of the original. I think she was in the original 6 or 7. I think they had all of the original 6 Avengers and then her, so she was like the 7th playable character. So they are kind of giving her a bigger presence as of lately. We also
I could see them introducing Amadeus Cho in the She-Hulk
series. I was going to bring that up, and then the last person that could really fit on this team is America Chavez, who we're going to see in Multiverse of Madness.
America is like 20-something though.
I guess she's a little bit older. You're right. But...
And I mean, she technically is part of the Marvel team. Mm-hmm. So like,
maybe she wouldn't be there. Yeah.
I think we'll see her the next, not in like a Young Avengers TV show, but in the Marvels movie.
Yeah, I agree.
The second Marvel or Captain Marvel movie.
Yeah, but she could easily be like because she's older and more mature and has some more extensive powers, be up for a leadership sort of position. I just think
that her power set isn't going to be something that they want to put with people that are developing their powers.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I'm reading here. They're saying that Eli Bradley could be the sometimes leader of the Young Avengers. They could probably go a different path from that. But yeah,
I mean, I think he'll be part of the team, and like the thing with the Young Avengers is every one of them has the leadership qualities, so they're all able to just kind of jump in and be the leader of a certain mission.
Yeah, I guess
whatever one's power, like ability.
They could probably.
And that kind of stuff.
They could probably do. They could do Kate Bishop as well, as she was They said that she was like the co-leader as well with the Patriot with Elijah Bradley.
Yeah,
as well.
So
they could probably do 2 leaders, but if they do Kate Bishop as just a solo leader, then that'd be great too. I have no problem with that.
Was I saying that wrong earlier? Is Isaiah Bradley the older?
Isaiah's the older gentleman.
Okay, I thought I had it wrong, but I wasn't. So Elijah Bradley.
It's Eli. Yeah, Eli.
Okay.
Just say Eli Bradley for one.
Might be. We'll talk about that on the last segment of this.
You're fired.
Show. Hey, I didn't know. I'm sorry. They have the same last name, okay?
Oh God.
They also have biblical first names.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't go to church, man. I ain't about that life. Sorry. Okay.
Whoa. Now we're going to cancel that by the church people.
Whoa.
Saying that we need Jesus now.
Hey, we watch superhero films, okay? Do you think anybody who goes to church is watching our show? If you are, thank you. But
some, probably, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Oh, God. What have I done?
There's got to be at least 1 or 2.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
If you're watching our show, please pray for us.
Please pray for me. I need it. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about the Ms. Marvel trailer.
All right.
Obviously, some of the bigger details is she feels very compelled to be a hero. She looks up to Captain Marvel a lot. Like, she's seemingly her biggest fan. She has, like, a cosplay costume that she wore. And just, like, out in the street, she did the little superhero pose. She gets... This is the probably biggest controversy of her trailer is how she gets her powers. She gets these powers from her bracelets and is seemingly not an Inhuman. I would doubt.
In our MCU, well, she's not Inhuman because they have yet to introduce the Inhumans.
Yes.
So I'm guessing they're. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm guessing her bracers are going to come with the same kind of powers as the 10 Rings.
Correct.
Ooh, that's interesting. I was thinking it was more along the lines of it came from the Power Stone being purple. Because we see the other Marvel characters have the glowing eyes, and their powers come from certain stones. So, like, Captain Marvel from the Tesseract.
Well, that's how Captain Marvel got her powers in this in particularly. And that's kind of how... how did Monica Rambeau get hers? She kind of got hers by forcing herself through Wanda's quantum realm, right?
But
correct. Yep.
It's seemingly that she had them prior because she was willing to go through the barrier and like unfazed by the changes. There's like I don't remember exactly all the details from WandaVision, but it seemed as if she was like a powered individual and like related to Wanda prior to having those powers.
Or was it Wanda
they, like, altered
that
her.
Like gave her powers?
I don't know if it's not clarified. But part of me thinks that obviously she was part of SHIELD, and with them having the Tesseract all those years, that's something that her powers are also based out of that. Because in other versions, she's also like a alternate version of Captain Marvel, that her powers come from that same sort of realm.
Well, the biggest thing that I was kind of just getting to is I guess like these bracers that she found could have been part of like
I see where you're getting that.
Hold on,
like
guys.
Could have been part of what they were trying to do with the whole like weaponize the Tesseract thing. I don't think it will be, because they have said that they're like gonna try to put the stones in the past.
Yeah.
That's why I think these bracers are going to be some kind of cosmic entity, like that gives her powers.
Correct.
Similar to that of the Ten Rings.
Yeah. Also, like, cause what's it called? That the bracelet is like a family heirloom. Her family's like super. I think they're pretty like high up there or something like that. Not like evil or anything like that, but like her families are like well known.
Yeah.
And her powers are coming from the book, which is perfectly fine.
Okay.
I have no problem. It says here that in the comics, Monica was granted superhuman powers after she was exposed to an interdimensional energy field.
So kind of, basically the same thing as what happened in WandaVision.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. That's how she got her powers, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't remember the theory. There was something that New Rockstars even did, I think, that was talking about how she might have had powers before she even went into Westview. So, but again, I don't remember exactly what that was.
It's
not confirmed.
The catalyst was going through the...
Yeah.
Yeah, while in the comics, the extra dimensional energy came from the energy disrupting weapon, the energy that hit Rambo, and the show came from the force field surrounding Wanda's Westview. This gave Monica the push through, and she emerged into Westview with glowing blue eyes and heightened vision. Pretty much so, yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like she was super unfazed by that change, and that like she probably had some sort of powers, but that like they got heightened going through that. Because this is what the theory was, is that like shift going into Westview like changes your like physiology a little bit to like what's the current situation is. So like her physiology already had that power in some sort of way, and it just like heightened it going into like the whatever state Westview was in, because as it like kept going from like time to like through the 70s through the 80s, like things evolved, and so then it got to the point where it was like current times in Westview, and that's when she went through. And so like that shift, even though she already had powers, like altered it. Again, it's none of it's confirmed, so I can't say that's what it is. I just feel like her going in and having these brand new powers and her just like being like cool, like she walked off like it was nothing, like she was so nonchalant about it. That's a whole different conversation. I feel like I want to point out though that theory that they're related to the 10 rings makes a lot of sense why Captain Marvel was now included in that post-credit scene with Shang Chi, because otherwise, like, if Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel's biggest fan, has that sort of connection, and then the whole 10 rings thing gets brought up, and there's like trace energy from both of those that are comparable, then there's this big other what the hell is going on with these random like artifacts showing up that are super powerful. Where are they coming from? Who created them? And how did they become to be in this universe? Then it opens up a lot of doors to like a lot of different things they could do. So
they could do, but I think they're just gonna go on a different path. But yeah, I do get what you mean though. It does open possibilities. Like, what if
Yeah. So do we have any other theories as to where these came from or where they originated from?
Not really. For me,
I think pretty much they're going to be celestial technology.
I wanted to say that too.
Just because like it seems like that's going to be like the big push for this is that the Celestials are going to be like the big bad, and like
that's why we have the Eternals.
Phase 4.
Yeah,
like the Ten Rings are probably some form of celestial like technology.
Yeah.
Like they could be the dragons, like the space dragons, and who knows if they're celestial or not. And this version of
the MCU.
The MCU. Yeah. Like if Fin Fang Foom turns out to be a celestial, that'd be kind of cool. Like in some way. That'd be pretty dope.
I would like that. He's pretty ancient, so.
But I think a lot of this will just be like Celestial and Kang is like the big villains of Arc 4.
I would agree.
And I think even the Celestials could move on to Arc 5.
Yeah.
And Kang will end up being the big villain of Arc 4.
Yeah. That would
And they're just throwing down the groundwork at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, they could do it either way.
I could probably see Celestials in Arc 5. Kang could be probably the mini boss, maybe per se in the Arc 4.
I see Kang as a bigger threat than the Celestials, honestly.
I mean, manipulating time. But I think you know, the King might be like, you know, might be just like the underboss from like the real bad guy. Maybe, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
But we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna have some form of conflict resolution with King.
Really, sooner than like the Celestials? Because like,
I think before the Celestials there will be conflict resolution. Because I think the big end for this will be them fighting Kang.
Okay, that's fair.
I guess it could be, you know, flopped where like the Marvels movie will be taking care of the Celestials and then Kang will be like the big person. But like,
see, that's what I'm thinking. Is like the Celestials are the bigger threat. Arsham already showed up on Earth. He's taken the Eternals. I mean, like they just seem like a bigger imminent threat. Whereas like Kang can play the long game. He has all the time in the world. He's literally at the end of time controlling whatever he wants to do. And then he's like causing like
controlling like the Celestials and like, hey, get these pieces off the board for me. Essentially. Exactly.
I think that could be it. I don't want to say it, but if I had to place my bets, that's what I would do.
Yeah, all right, but we're getting a little off topic here. But yeah, let's continue on the New Kids on the Block. Let's move on.
This is actually kind of sort of relevant. Obviously, those are like the bigger picture villains. But if we're going to get... One of the things I really want to get into is if we're going to have a Young Avengers team, who is the villain and why and how is that all going to come together? Because like we said earlier, they're all in different places. Is it like some big universal threat like the Celestials or Kang that brings them to like have to help with the heroes and save?
Well, if we think about it as well, who are they going to fight though by the time they form a team?
I have no idea. That's the thing.
The villain is going to be the power broker.
I would like to say like something like that, like, or like a version of like the Thunderbolts with the power broker in charge, and it's maybe
without Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah, and maybe like initially, rest in peace, man. Let's take a moment of silence. Actually,
sad.
Yeah,
I was really hoping for Red Hulk. I mean, we still might get Red Hulk, but
yeah, we could in a even
it's
gonna
be complicated. I mean, I still believe the way I see him doing it, as like, you know, Thunderbolt, we're all doing the Thunderbolts. He'll be off screen. They'll be like, okay, he's busy doing his own thing. He's on vacation or whatever.
Well, they could always just do the hologram thing that they did with like Leia and stuff. Like it wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah,
they already have, like, I'm sure they already have mocap of him as
the Red Hulk.
As the Red Hulk.
I don't think so.
I think they would have
that far.
I think they would have. If he was working, can we look up really quick if he was working on She-Hulk at all? If he was
on it.
Okay, then they probably do have that because
I'm almost positive he was on it. I'll look it up real quick, but I'm like 98% positive that he's listed as being in the show.
I'm almost certain he is as well. So it'll be very tough to see him in that. However, I think it'll probably be less of him on screen and more of, hey, I don't like how you're doing this testing. And the main villain of She-Hulk could even be the Red Hulk fully transformed in his, like, because like he's totally conscious, unlike the Hulk where he has to grasp that over a long period of time, and then ultimately he's become the Professor Hulk. The Red Hulk is in control at all times because they've perfected the the transition. That's why it goes so well with She-Hulk. There's a whole bunch of theories we could get into there, but we'll save those for a different episode of the podcast down the road. I think that I could see something like that becoming the reason this team comes together, though, is a Thunderbolts team or a Dark Avengers team run by Val or by Sharon Carter, however it ends up falling apart.
I don't think we'll be run by Val. I think Val's just like the henchman, you know.
Yeah.
But she's very smart, but I think she's just like, you know, the underboss. Yeah. The real boss will be whoever.
Yeah.
Whoever's pretty much, you know, funding her. Saying, you know, all right, go out to this person, or do.
Yeah. But I could even see something like that going down, and maybe in the Captain America 4 movie, where that's the big issue, is like the Sharon Carter loose end that was left in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. So that could be tied up, and then they go and recruit all these younger players that like aren't, they maybe have to do like some like undercover sort of mission, so they can't get any of the big time Avengers in on it, and that's why they go hey, we're gonna get these kids in. That's kind of how they do Young Justice, which is coming out here soon, end of the month, that I'll be watching and reviewing. So like they could do that, like the undercover, like Young Justice style. Hey, you're here to serve a purpose, because like we have this like big presence in the world. Everyone knows who the Avengers are. If we're going behind the American government's back, if they're being backed by Thunderbolt Ross, like Val, and they're working with the government, and obviously Sharon Carter's been pardoned, so like if that's all like we're going against the United States government, that's totally a Captain America story. Something like that. And that's totally a great way to bring a team like that together, is having to go get Kate Bishop and Hawkeye and get Elijah Bradley. You know, I don't know what's going to happen in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, but like Cassie's around maybe. So that's how they bring that team sort of together, and then they run as like a secret ops group. That'd be kind of cool. Or even after the events of that and they take down the power broker and they take down Val, then maybe they come to the light and then they're an actual official team as the Young Avengers, or whatever ends up happening. Then they get a movie fighting whoever. Whatever ends up happening would be kind of cool like that.
Yeah. So it's not like super reported. Like when you type in She-Hulk cast, IMDb doesn't have William Hurt on it.
Okay.
But the like top scroll on Google does say William Hurt.
Yeah.
As Thunderbolt Ross.
That's something.
And then when you like click on like that, like there's reports from last year
saying he'll probably be in
saying that he will reportedly be Red Hulk in the show. Like a lot of stuff. I mean, it's all up for grabs, but because you know Marvel, they like to give us the
least
Ralph
amount.
Wieners.
They like to give us the least amount as possible.
I'm looking here, the same villains wise. It could be Kang for the Young Avengers.
That'd be
or
tough.
They could simply just fight a variant of him with him as like Nathaniel Richards, per se.
Yeah.
You know, they could probably do that if they want to. Other than that, they could probably use one of the. That's about it. Yeah, I mean, they could fight someone else, but you know, that's a bit to see how well they do.
Yeah.
You know, as the Young Avengers.
Yeah, I really don't know who would be somebody good to pin them against, but I'm sure Marvel knows exactly who they want the Young Avengers to go up against.
I'm gonna guess it's like gonna be, you know, some form of power broker, or like
at least initially, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, power broker initially, or even like Kingpin. Like we saw that he got shot.
He's alive,
but
he's blind.
He's alive.
Who is he like really going to be? Like is he going to be dead? Like, is he alive? Like, is this like the way that he gets some form of like actual powers instead of just being like kind of like a really strong dude? Like, I know he's kind of already in particularly just like a strong dude, but
He's a strong, but he won't get any powers that's in the comics. He doesn't get any powers. He just basically waits till his eyes heal up.
Well, I mean, he's got super strength in the comics.
Oh yeah.
So like,
excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alrighty. Well, I think that's pretty much all we got for the New Kids on the Block.
Yeah.
That trailer
See
was...
what's set up for the Young Avengers. All they have to do now is set up Eli Bradley's on how he's gonna get his his powers, you know, and all that stuff.
Well, they kind of already set that up
with Sam somehow.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's like, I think Isaiah still probably has some of the serum.
Oh.
Probably.
Because he had that case that was like set on the table. I don't think they showed what was in the case, but it was representative of it was his serum.
Yeah, that's true.
And then he like threw it into the wall, and it showed Eli looking at that.
Okay, that's pretty clever.
Watch that part.
That's pretty clever.
It could be, yeah. But yeah. Anyway, they still gotta set him up. They still gotta set him up for see how he could intertwine with this and all that stuff. But yeah, I definitely look forward to the Young Avengers.
Yeah.
Are we looking forward to the show?
To Miss Marvel?
Or
Yeah.
Miss Marvel show?
Absolutely. It seems like a really fun show. I saw like Simu tweet about it and saying that this show is like for everybody. It shows a lot of representation, even if it's not about you directly. It's still going to be a great show for everybody. And that's the actor for Shang Chi, obviously. So he's pretty hyped about it. So he's
always hyped about everything. He's just a happy boy.
He's just a good dude. So overall, the trailer seemed fun though, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I was just a little like off put on like the power initially.
I think everybody was.
But it's still fine. Oh yeah.
Like, as long as she still kind of shows that she can do what she does, like that's the her whole thing.
Yeah.
She's another kind of version of Reed Richards, but better.
Yeah, as long as she has the same consistent powers, which it looks like she does, I think that's really all that matters. I think people are getting too hung up over how she acquires them, and it's not important. Yes, she's an Inhuman, but no, they don't have them yet. So, sorry, that's how it's gonna be. So
I think if the Inhumans TV show wouldn't have done so bad, then there's a better chance that they did something with the Terrigen Mist. But like, with it have done so bad that they're gonna try to stay away from that and kind of set it up as it's like that was an alternate dimension.
Yeah, same thing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when they did that arc as well for the Inhumans. It was completely separate in the whole structure.
I think what they're gonna try to set it up as that Inhumans and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are set in the same dimension, and it ran simultaneously the same as the MCU up until basically Coulson coming back to life.
Yeah, Coulson was, and then when Coulson came back to life, all those things ended up happening. And I mean, mutants were around technically for ages in those universes, but like, I don't know, you could blame it on fluctuations because that thing changed. The whole timeline everywhere changed.
The timeline didn't change super much. Like, it was still kind of like adjacent.
Pretty
because
close.
Everything's still kind of lined up with the the movies.
It was like a branch, but it still stayed pretty close.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then once Quake destroyed the Earth, that's the biggest branch off point.
Yeah, that's when everything gets freaking weird in that show. But anyways, the other thing that I think people have a problem with this trailer is that it came before the Thor Love and Thunder trailer. So this next segment is Find Me a Trailer to Love.
Oh no.
Oh.
And when are we gonna see this trailer? Now, I went ahead and did some research to look into when we've gotten the last few trailers and how many days it was from the movie release, the official movie release, so that Friday that it comes out versus when we got the first official teaser trailer, not even the first official, just the first actual look at anything going on in the movie. So, the furthest back movie that we're going to go back to is Shang-Chi. The first trailer for that was April 19th. The movie released on September 3rd. This was in 2021. So a total of 135 days in between the first trailer and the actual movie release. For the Eternals, the trailer came out on May 24th, about a month after the Shang-Chi trailer. And then the movie came out a couple months after Shang-Chi, so it came out on November 5th. The total for that was 165 days.
That got pushed back, though, right?
It did get pushed back, so that is partly why. I don't remember how far back, but about a month is what I would guess, based on all these other numbers.
Also got pushed back.
Yes, it only got pushed back a little bit.
It got pushed out just a little bit.
Yeah, both did. However, then we get into Spider-Man No Way Home. That one, there was a lot of secrets to be kept, specifically Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and so they tried to keep everything top secret as they could. Then it got leaked in the middle of a week at like 11 p.m. or something like that of this fake, it's not a fake version, but a very crappy quality version of the trailer. And so that one came out that they were almost forced to release the official trailer because they had to keep taking down the bad one. So they're like, we just should release it. So they released that on August 23rd, which was a Wednesday. And then the movie came out on December 17th. So that was a total of 116 days overall. And then
I would have think that it would probably have been closer to like 120-ish, if not like 130. Kind of like Shang-Chi.
Yeah, it's supposed to be closer to that. But because it was so secretive, they kept it. And I think if they had the choice, they would have waited. A lot of these trailers were released on Monday or Tuesday. This one was released on Wednesday. I would go to say that they were probably
going to be the next Wednesday or next Monday or Tuesday.
So that would have been, I believe, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days. So August 28th and it would be less days. So a total of 111 days.
Okay.
So take that as you will. But then we also have the next upcoming movie.
I think, wanted to have a trailer closer to that movie because it already had so much hype.
Yeah, a lot of people were waiting.
They didn't have to hype that movie up as much as they had to with like Shang-Chi or the Eternals because they are people that people didn't know anything about.
Absolutely. They're brand new heroes, origin stories for both. However, the most recent movie coming out is going to be Multiverse of Madness on May 6th. The first trailer for that movie came out on December 22nd. So a total of 126 days in between. So a little bit more time than Spider-Man No Way Home. However, you can also say it came out on December 17th, which is 5 days, because it came out with the release of Spider-Man No Way Home. So realistically, it'd be 121 days. So this typical standard is looking like 115 to 160 days over the last 5 movies or whatever.
I'm really thinking the Thor one will only be like 3 months though.
So here's the thing. Right now, as of today, Wednesday, March 16th, if the trailer was dropped today, the movie comes out July 8th, it would only be 114 days before the trailer comes out. If I'm guessing correctly, we will have a trailer in between March 21st and March 22nd. And if it's not those days, it's the next week, 28th or 29th.
Which one are you placing your bets on?
I would have to say the 28th or 29th, and I'm going to guess the 28th.
Okay, I'll go with you on that one.
So we have 12 days in between there. It would put us at 102 days before the trailer. That's a little bit over the 3 months. It's 3.5 months.
Okay.
So
I'll go with you on the 20 on the what'd you say, the 20th?
28th.
I'll go with you on that, but on my personal opinion, I think we're gonna see the first trailer somewhere around April. I'm not sure where, maybe 13th or the 20th. I don't know. I'm just guessing right now. But I'm saying we're gonna see the first trailer for it in April.
Wow, interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I think they shoot for like the back ends of the months. Most of those days are like in the last week or two of the month. They can really, they honestly, they could release a trailer at any point, any time of the day, and they'd be just fine. However,
yeah, but I don't see them releasing a trailer during, maybe before Moon Knight, because it might get cast away. Per se, because Moon Knight comes out on the 30th.
30th Wednesday.
Yep.
So it would be 2 days before.
Or they could probably do it a day before, but yeah.
See, I think that dropping that would build more attention to Moon Knight as well. Not that Moon Knight's going to be in Thor Love and Thunder, but like people talking about Marvel and a new trailer that week would be like, oh shit, yeah, that's out.
When does Moon Knight come out?
The 30th. It would be 2 or 1 day after the potential trailer drop.
I am thinking we get it April 11th.
April 11th, which is...
It's a Monday.
Interesting. April 11th. That would be the third week.
I'll say it's in April for me. Like, I don't know what date, but somewhere in April.
See, I think that's just not enough time. Because you have to drop a certain number of trailers.
I think it's a fine amount of time because people are already pretty hyped with this movie. They're gonna do it just before... what is it? So that gives them 3 weeks before Doctor Strange.
May 6th is 1, 2, 3 weeks. Yeah, you're right. 3 weeks in between.
Gives them like 3 weeks before Doctor Strange. So it's going to start getting a little bit of hype. Then it's going to get the ball rolling after the Doctor Strange movie. Because the reason why we haven't gotten a trailer yet is because just 3 days ago they started reshoots.
Yes. That is true. They are doing reshoots for Multiverse of Madness right now.
No, Love and Thunder.
Oh, even though May 6th is like right around the corner, sort of. They're doing Multiverse of Madness. We're talking about Love and Thunder,
not Multiverse of Madness.
I know, but it's like I thought we were still talking about that from the trailer stuff. But anyway, yeah.
No, just like 3 days ago, they started reshoots on Love and Thunder.
Okay. Yeah, they're still doing reshoots right now for Multiverse of Madness, though, just so you guys know.
Which is fine, yeah.
Which is crazy. No, because it's like...
They do the thing...
I mean, it's supposed to be done in like half a month, a month and a half in a couple days.
So the reshoots that were going to be for
50 days.
Like Doctor Strange are going to be tie-ins for the next set of stuff coming out.
Probably.
The reshoots for Love and Thunder are tie-ins for Doctor Strange.
I would say you are probably correct there.
Because then they just were able to watch the Doctor Strange movies. Like basically the full movie, they watched it. And we're like, okay, we need to figure out how to do a tie-in without messing up this movie.
I think that the problem is I don't think they have to tie the two of these in because they're... I mean, yes, there's going to be some sort of multiversal change. However, like, nothing that is going on, unless Loki and Sylvie are showing up, nothing is going to be connected to Thor. So unless Loki's involved, which I think he might be, but...
I think Loki's going to help Thor kill Gore.
See, I would like to think so.
So there's going to be probably 2 Thors, probably 3 actually. Loki and Zeus. If Zeus is alive the whole picture.
Do we think that the reason... I mean, obviously there's going to be 2 Thors, as in Jane Foster Thor and Odin's son Thor.
And another Hemsworth Thor.
Is this because of Loki time traveling?
Yes.
Ah, shit. Okay. So maybe...
But also the whole storyline with Gore is that Gore jumps between universes and kills all the other, like, gods in other universes.
And he's only able to do that because the multiverse
one of the storyline is that he kidnaps a Thor so he can kill the Thors.
Okay. Uses him as like
as a bait.
Info and bait. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So we're gonna have Jane Foster. We're gonna have Chris Hemsworth, and I think we'll probably have brother Hemsworth,
Liam Hemsworth,
all as Thors.
Okay.
Oh, fuck,
and then
dude, that's funny.
We'll have Loki, maybe Sylvie.
I don't know. Sylvie in the
but I think just Loki, and then like I said, Zeus if he doesn't die early in the film.
Okay, I could see it all. Yeah, so I guess the reason why we wouldn't get this trailer until way later, like you guys are expecting, is because they don't want to, like, they can't show Loki in the trailer. Like, if they show Loki, they spoil some shit from Multiverse of Madness. However, they can show a lot of other stuff without that.
I don't see Loki like in the movie wise in Multiverse of Madness, though.
I do. He has to be. He's gonna be.
No.
I'm saying it right now, confirmed.
All right. But when you're wrong, I'll be like, I told you.
He doesn't have to be in the movie, but I think it would definitely like tie in a lot of stuff if he was in the movie, because Thor is going to be pissed again.
Well, imagine like Doctor Strange not understanding that the multiverse is broken and not understanding the choice he made with Peter, and so he's like going through it all, and then Loki shows up. He's like, "Guys, I need to tell you something. Everything's fucked. We opened the multiverse on accident." And Doctor Strange is
but that means that how we get what happened at the end though, of the end of the season of Loki. Like, how he get out of that certain area.
He can just literally snag Mobius's like little door thing, just dip out.
Yeah, but he hasn't like fully figured out how that really works.
He's working with the TVA though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's in a different TVA though. He's in a different timeline though. It's not the same one that he went back to.
I think he's in the same one, but it's just been altered by the Kang, who's taken over now. At the end of time, so it's like the same group of people. It's
still the same TVA, but it's like a different version of it, pretty much, because they don't remember him. They're like saying, "What variant are you?"
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest thing, is that like Loki is going to have to find a way to get out of that TVA,
like ASAP.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
That could be the opening of Multiverse of Madness. And then that
also ties in Quantumania.
Yeah, is Kang tracking down Loki? Or
but we also know that members of the Guardians of the Galaxy will be in this movie.
In Thor: Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder, yes.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I have no problem, because obviously they left with Thor.
Yep, 100%.
That's fine. I have no problem with that.
Okay, so with all that being said and all our guesses out of the way, let's talk about some other shitty guesses we've had in our last segment. Eat our words.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Where do we start? Let's start with last week's episode. We thought DC had their shit together. At least I did.
I mean, I said that they were starting to get their shit together.
Yeah. We had too much hope. We didn't stop believing, and now we're here.
Actually, I don't know if I ever believed, but
you're like, I never believed in DC. I did.
But either way, though, I mean, it was some way that could, like, there was meant to be delays. Okay, let's just push them up a little bit. This and that's fine.
I've been saying it for years, though. Like,
here's the
DC
thing.
knows how to make an animated feature. Their live action stuff is generally shit.
Yeah.
That is true. That's the first point. Everyone in the DC families would agree to that.
Here's the worst thing. The original date for the Flash movie, which has now been pushed back again to next year, I believe.
Get it right before we get called out.
Was in 2018. That's when the Flash movie was supposed to come out. Was 2018. And it is 2022 right now. The movie was supposed to come out towards the end of the year in November and has now been pushed into 2023. So it is literally almost 5 years late. Because they've changed.
We got a new mutant situation going on.
They've changed. God, dude, it's horrible. I hate it. And then, like, the movies, Flash Flashpoint movie or whatever they're trying to do. If it's not Flashpoint, they've said it's gonna be, but it seems like it's gonna be a good movie. The trailer looks dope. We're getting Michael Keaton back as Batman. We're having Ben Affleck there at the same time. It seems like it'll be pretty good. However, it's been delayed like no other.
I wonder if part of it is that they're trying to mix the two storylines. So whatever the original movie was,
yeah,
plus the Snyderverse, like, finish off.
Yeah, because it's been the Snyderverse was so much more successful, and there's all those changes that we talked about last week. If you don't know what we're talking about, like the internal changes in management that have taken place over the last year, we talked about that in the last episode. So go watch that on our channel. Should be in the playlist down below.
Okay, so quick question: did we ever say that we're going to see Grant Gustin in this movie, the original Flash, in the Flash movie?
I know for a fact that they've confirmed him to be in it.
Okay, yeah. Just making sure, cause like
he's
as you said before, the original date was November 2022, and now they say it's going to be
something like
now it's going to be in I think somewhere in June or of next year. I think, but I'm not 100% sure. It's supposed to be
spring or summer.
I think right now they're just saying 2023. They didn't put a time on it, did they? They just said
no.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think they are going to try to finish off Snyder's version, at least tell a little bit of that story.
I think that's good, ultimately, but like it just sucks that like we're pushing it back further because like over the last year there's all these changes in management and they're like, oh, we know what actually works and we know what the fans want because we're actually going to pay attention, and they're just adapting it so late into the production of the film, and they're going to have to do reshoots. And then
which is
nice
fine.
Is we're
really,
gonna
reshoots are not really much of a big deal if you guys can't think about it.
But what's nice is we do get the Snyderverse. We get the restore the Snyderverse, most likely. I mean, it's not confirmed or anything. We might not. The one thing I worry about is that we don't get Ben Affleck back. My whole thing that I want to say, and this is eat our words so we can be wrong here. My whole hope is that like Ben Affleck is just saying that he doesn't want to return as like a front, and like now that this is, or maybe he was even serious about it because he said this like 2 years ago. But maybe now that management has changed and they've approached him and been like, hey, look, we really need you, and shown how much they care with this new group of people in charge, he'll change his mind, and maybe that's part of the reason why they're changing the Flash as well, because he was rumored to die in the events of Flashpoint. Yeah, Batfleck was supposed to die, and that's why his character was going to be done. Maybe now they're changing it, and he's still going to stick to that script, like, yeah, I'm done playing the character, but like, he's actually signed on for more movies. Like, we've been like waiting for Man of Steel 2 for Henry Cavill, and it's not going to happen most likely, but he's still seemingly staying on.
They're setting up, like, if they continue with the Flashpoint and Snyderverse, like the way that I hope they kind of do, where they merge the two stories that they were going to be telling. Yeah. If they do it correctly. But it's where Cavill is the villain. Yeah. And there's not a huge, like, when Superman is the villain, he's not super redeeming.
No, he's a menace. He's a menace to society.
I mean, I know Doomsday is Doomsday. No, Darkseid. I know Darkseid is the
warps his mind.
Is the like ultimate villain. Yeah, but like
evil Superman
is more of a villain than Darkseid.
True.
It's gonna be interesting, but I do believe we could probably see like a small cameo or maybe something involving Ben Affleck's Batman in this Flash movie. I think we could see him.
I think he's confirmed. Actually, he's supposed to be confirmed.
If they're also going to be bringing in Patterson,
I would love to see all three dudes. God damn, I would love that.
That would be
three
nice.
Batman,
but like
three Batman.
From what I heard, that what's it called? This Batman's like in a different Earth per se.
Yeah, like, so are the other two. That like you can't have.
So are Keaton and Batfleck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if Christian Bale is also in it?
Nah.
Dude, that'd be insane.
Just
old
4
man
Batmans.
Dude, I'd be
Yeah,
ecstatic.
why not? I mean, it's possible, but yeah, I don't see, like I said, I don't see Patterson or or Bale in general. But yeah, it would be cool to see Patterson, but
I could see Patterson more than Bale, but
Yeah,
like
Bale's
just because
a
Bale
stretch.
is currently playing a villain in Marvel.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but
Bale's
yeah,
busy.
I'm under 50%. We don't see Patterson in this one.
That's fair. That's a fair guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about some other takes that I've had recently that I'm aware of that I've missed on. I want to apologize to Mern. I thought that, in episode 7, he got murdered. And I thought he got murdered. But in the review we did for episode 6, I was like, man, I still see, like, we got 2 episodes left. I could see, like, some big double cross happening with Mern. It just doesn't seem to line up for me. But, like, he could also just be just a normal guy trying to do the right thing. And then he got murdered in episode 7, and I went, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
At the start of 7, not even, like, very far in.
No, literally right out the gate, he tried to save the mission. And
James Gunn heard you saying, okay, you're wrong. You're wrong, Evan. He's heard you like, all right, we're going to kill this guy off. Kill him off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotta do 1 week of reshoots right away. Go, let's do this.
Yeah.
Wait, why am I being murdered, Mr. Gunn? Because some guy from Ultrafilm said that you were the good guy. You were in double cross us.
Yeah.
I'll take your death.
Yeah, I messed out with him big time. I just want to apologize for that now. I didn't say it was for certain, but I just said, man, something feels weird, and I was completely wrong. I want to just own up to it now. There's been plenty of other takes we've had like that. That's the one that is like most recent in my memory. I know you guys. I told you guys to take a look at maybe some of the stuff you've missed or try and remember. Do you guys have anything?
I would say definitely the Mephisto one.
You're cutting out.
Oh shoot, my bad.
We lagged a second, but I know with mine, my biggest thing that I've like missed on was probably quite a bit of the Captain America Falcon and the Winter Soldier story.
Yeah.
Okay.
I made a lot of predictions in that one.
I think yeah.
We all did.
Yeah.
Remember, we all thought we're gonna see this person come out, or this guy was gonna come out with the power broker who is, and all that.
I just remembered. Oh, we all missed on the power broker actually. Now
Yeah,
that I
we
think
did.
about it.
We all missed on the power broker, but I think pretty much everybody missed on the power broker. I haven't seen one person go, yeah, I called Sharon Carter the whole time.
Yeah, I don't think so. I just remembered. I thought that Battlestar.
Although I was somewhat right about Sharon Carter saying, like, something happened to her at that time, like, she's not the same Sharon Carter she was before.
No,
I was somewhat right about her, but I was not expecting her to become the power broker per se.
No, I remember. I actually thought Battlestar. Now that we go back, I thought Battlestar was gonna get powers, and we were gonna get a super dope fight scene with the two of them, and then he got fucking murdered too. Oh no.
My biggest thing is I was thinking that we were going to see some kind of tie-in with the Defenders.
Oh yeah,
Age in particular.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I think. What about who was super?
I mean,
all
that
in
still
on,
might be up in the air, but
who was all in on Captain America coming back from the moon or whatever?
I was.
You were? Okay, I thought so. I was like, wait
a
minute.
I was like, Cap is coming back. He's gonna say, "Listen, it's time for me to do this and that."
Yeah,
I could do this all day.
I was like,
exactly
100% sure that I was like, he's probably just not gonna be there. If anything, it's like a cameo in the last episode, and then there wasn't even one. So I was like, I felt pretty good about that. But I think a lot of people wanted him to show up.
Yeah, I know it's a bit of a meme now, but I also was wrong about the Mephisto. But it's a meme now.
Yep. That's I think everybody.
I think Mephisto is probably just gonna constantly be a beam. Like Marvel is just gonna like hold that over us now and just be, hey, remember when you all thought it was Mephisto?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just always gonna be that. Like they're gonna put the trailers in that out, and like everybody's gonna be like, oh my god, it's Mephisto.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like
Even with that meme that I sent you guys the other day about the Deadpool saying Mephisto because that chick with the devil horns.
Yep.
But like the storyline of the the Doctor Strange movie that we're coming. Like, it's a very heavy Mephisto storyline, and I just do not think that we're gonna get it.
No,
I don't think so either.
The Spider-Man No Way Home, like, the storyline had a little bit of Mephisto stuff in it in the comics, like nothing. Like, we're not like
nope.
They're gonna keep doing these like
even
Mephisto based stories without Mephisto.
Even like the little things, like you said, the devil horns in the trailer for Miss Marvel, and then Marvel. Like there was the painted glass that had the devil in it in the church, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's like no, that's just like something that like."
Or even when Rhodey was already had like an M on his forehead, everyone's gonna say Mephisto.
Oh yeah,
the devil in the church was supposed to be a representation of Loki.
Yeah.
Because Loki has the big horns.
And everybody took it the wrong way. Yeah, just a big meme. I'm trying to think if there's anything we really missed on WandaVision. Oh, I know one that we were pretty excited about was Reed Richards. That never happened. I don't think I was ever super certain that and like super defending of it, but I remember that's when I thought was going to happen. It just sounded like
Reed was going to be like the person and not what is Kim?
I don't even think that she was.
Oh, didn't we also say? Yeah. Didn't we also we were going to see Doctor Strange in the WandaVision?
We were actually supposed to.
Kind of did.
Yeah.
Because all of the commercials were technically Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't confirmed till like after the series came out, and he was supposed to show up, but Benedict Cumberbatch was locked up in Australia or whatever and couldn't leave. So.
Rona happened pretty much at that time.
Yeah. So he was supposed to be there, so that's not a technical L on that one. We should have had that. So what about I know one actually from the Hawkeye series. I thought
Jimmy Woo, that's who I was thinking of.
Oh yeah.
Randall Park is the cat or the person who plays him, but like Jimmy Woo ended up being Monica's like in.
Oh yeah. That's right.
But we all thought it was going to be Reed Richards.
Yeah, that's right. In Hawkeye, I think we all kind of were like, this was a speculative thing more than anything. None of us confirmed to it, but it's some pretty much all of these kind of are. But we thought the end of Spider-Man No Way Home might have tied in. And we kind of bought in with
we kind of knew that it wasn't going to, but we were hoping.
We were like, just like,
we were going to see a Spider-Man swooping during the final fight.
Yeah. It just,
or like,
kept it better contained to like Kate's story by not having him there. So.
The problem, I guess, the big thing is that I guess it would have happened after the end of No Way Home.
Yeah, it would have been after the fact, after he's like. Lost,
like like No Way Home is after.
It would be the Hawkeye series and the No Way Home were happening simultaneously, so it could have there was too much like going on for Peter before the events of that, and now that he's like all alone, it would have made sense for him
I think
to,
the Hawkeye story ended like 2 days before the end of Spider-Man No Way Home.
There's a good chance.
2 days before? No, I think. I mean, if I remember correctly, it was during Christmas time, and what's it called for the Hawkeye show? Timeline it was like during the week of Christmas.
Yeah,
they were talking about Christmas this and that, and with No Way Home, it ended, and it looks like it's about to start to snow. Like it's like
it's just I guess snowing winterish. For the first time. It's snowing for the first time at the end of No Way Home. Like that swinging scene, that's the first time it snowed. So I mean, depending on when you want to say. The first snow happens.
But they also had Christmas decorations already up, like the tree was already up.
Like in No Way Home.
Yeah.
Okay, so as soon as they were getting ready, they were already ready for Christmas per se, but not like Christmas week per se, but like during like
It probably is happening almost simultaneously. I feel like.
It definitely is almost simultaneously. I just think that
I feel like
we know that No Way Home ends on Christmas, or not No Way Day, No Way Home. Hawkeye ends on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And I don't see them replacing the tree. Like that quickly because the tree fell over.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they could have re-put the tree back up.
See, that's why I think No Way Home is first, because the tree's still up as he swings by, and there's people skating just normally. So, like, it probably... It's
probably like a week
swinging
before.
Scene, yeah, No Way Home is like a week before Christmas, and then the stuff with that happens. So that's why I was like,
there's
hoping...
no excuse for Peter Parker not to swing down there.
Yeah, what are you doing, Peter?
Especially since it's outside of his home.
Exactly.
Literally outside of his home.
He hears gunshots. He doesn't do anything. You gotta be joking me.
Plot twist, plot armor, guys. Plot armor. Loophole in the plot.
It's still like...
I know it is. He should have, but then again, it would take away the whole thing. Saying, "Oh my God, Peter's in this series."
Yeah,
he was off doing other Spider-Man-y things.
It would have been cool to see him catch a punch from Kingpin or something like that.
He was
and be like, "Hey,
maybe
like a
Spider-Man swung down and stopped the bullet from shooting Kingpin."
No,
that's a
far reach.
And then he takes him in.
Yeah, and he's like, "You can't kill people."
Yeah.
And then he has a little scuffle with the Echo, and Echo's like, "I'm trying to get revenge," blah 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 blah.
Yeah. But she can't speak.
She's signing.
Yeah, I mean,
he doesn't know sign language, does he?
No.
Oh my God, no. Peter's just standing there. What is going on? I'm so sorry.
She would have attacked him. He would have been kind of and that's how Kingpin gets wet.
Oh, I like that theory.
Maybe, but yeah.
You gotta do
he swings down and he kicks the gun out of her hand as she's shooting.
You gotta do a full theory video on this and tie it into the beginning of Echo and tie it into the next Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
I need to see it. He said when I was like, no. Get it out of here.
No, thank you.
I don't know if there's anything else
Marvel's gonna see it and be like, "Oh, we need to write these guys."
Right? Feige jumps into our call saying, "Guys, quit giving me ideas."
Yeah.
Since you guys said that, we can't use that now.
Yeah.
So
unless we pay you off as writers and you write the rest of the story.
I mean, all we have to do is write a 15-minute script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
I already did it.
Wow. Dang.
Just
that fast.
Boom, swept down. Peter's like, "Hey."
Peter has to learn sign language.
Yeah, maybe, but the most likely person will be able to swoop down and save Kingpin will be obviously will be Daredevil most likely. But yeah, I do see at this point as Spider-Man could come in.
I don't see Daredevil doing that though.
Because
he does in the comics.
They're not in Hell's Kitchen though.
I know, but still, Daredevil does Daredevil stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Spider-Man is Kingpin's
right
also
there.
a big Spider-Man villain, so that also kind of tie in if Kingpin is going to be in the next Spider-Man's, that's a good way to have them already having some kind of relationship, and Kingpin, because Echo can't talk, is able to flip the script and make it to where Kingpin's the good guy and Echo's the bad guy.
Jeez, man. That'd be crazy.
And so Echo spends most of her time running away from Peter Parker, who's working for Kingpin, not realizing that he's working for a bad guy.
Dude, you gotta do a whole theory video on this. I'm telling you. A 10-minute theory video.
But
I want to hear it.
But
no, it's just Dylan. This is Dylan's project. You don't have to do anything. You just sit there, William. And
we could, but how long do you think we'll see before another Spider-Man movie comes out?
2 years.
It's gonna be 2024.
Yeah, 2 years.
2025.
2024 is when it's rumored. It's not rumored. Scheduled 2024 some point. So, and they're not DC, so they'll have it out by then. Shots fired.
They might push it back a couple months, but
it's
not going to be 5 years.
They'll push it back a couple months, but it'll still be in 2024. So, but anyways, I think that's pretty much all we have for today's episode. thank you for listening and for watching. Dude, these episodes are still an hour long. They just go by way quicker with this new format. I really like it.
It is. I do too.
If you guys like it too, let us know in the comment section. We have
that
a
like
link
button.
to our...
You can't do the dislike it button anymore.
Yeah,
so
it's gone.
Hit the like button. You might as well hit the like button.
Yeah, do it.
Exactly.
If you want to
subscribe as well.
I'm trying to get them to join our Discord, guys. If you want to join our Discord and have conversations with us outside of the comment section, if you're afraid to post your thoughts, come and join our Discord. It's just getting started.
Or don't.
Don't give them that option. Why would you give them that option? Why?
Join us.
Or don't. Oh my gosh. Chaotic evil. That's what that is.
that's not even wild card.
Yeah, that's just straight up.
I'm just chaotic.
Don't. Anyways, if you want to join our Discord,
no friends, the chaos is a ladder.
Oh, I thought it was the shoot.
No,
shoots and ladders.
No.
Okay. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord, and follow us on all our social medias down in the description. Until next time, peace.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.